Lifers, and welcome back to Life Honestly. I'm Nana, and let's talk. Today, we will be talking about living as your authentic self. I'm super excited to be talking about this one today because it means a lot to me and has become a really big shift for me in the past year and a little bit. So I'm super excited to talk about this one. So to start off, just a few questions to get some conversation going. Do you guys feel like people generally know the real you? And do you feel like who you've become has been accepted by others? And I guess the third question, when was the last time you truly felt like 100% fully yourself? Let me know. I think this conversation could be really, really interesting. Anyways, so to start off, I'm just going to say, and let's figure out the actual meaning of authenticity. So I'm not going to do like a dictionary definition, but to me, and what I've learned over the past year and a bit, is literally kind of what I already said, but being able to be 100% yourself. So for me, that's not caring really what other people think of me, that I can just do and say and be who I want to be without taking in or taking into consideration other people's opinions that may deter me from my authentic self. And like just being able to be my goofy, nerdy me, and to just realize that people will like me or they won't like me, that's not a concern for me. I'm not in this life to make others want to talk to me, make others want to like me. So that kind of helps in allowing me to just be fully myself, whether it's liked or not liked. So I think that's a big factor in just being able to be your authentic self. Growing up and throughout my adult years, I'm 45 now, and it was only at the age of 44 when I really realized who I was, who I wanted to be, and not care about anybody else's opinions. So it's taking me this much time to build up the courage to be able to be myself. And growing up and through my adult years, it was always me wearing this mask where I had to be what somebody else or what everybody else wanted me to be. So I just adapted to whatever so-and-so, 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 and so-and-so wanted me to be. So I could technically be multiple different versions of myself for different people. And, at some point that gets pretty exhausting because all you want to do is be able to just be yourself, have your hair how you want it, wear the clothes that you want to wear, express yourself how you want to express yourself with no fear of being judged or whatnot. And like I said before, basically just not caring if you are judged, right? But growing up, I did have this fear of not being accepted, not being included, this fear of being rejected because I wasn't who other people wanted me to be. So I just molded myself. And yeah, it got like really, really tiring to do that. And because I was going through, I think that actually partially created the persistent and constant trauma that I endured throughout my lifetime, in that I always had to suppress who I was and what I wanted to make others happy. So at the end of the day, I always say, like, I was a people pleaser, 100%. I always put my needs and my wants and my feelings on the back burner to ensure that everybody else was happy and they got what they wanted. Yeah, now it's just like I had to let go of the feeling of getting that external validation, because before there was always that fear, like negative fears, right? And kind of turn that into, well, I don't need them to be happy with me. I don't need everybody to like me. I don't need to make others happy. And what partially helped with that was learning that I didn't have to take everybody else's feelings and emotions and actions on as my own. So I would blame myself if somebody did something and then they were upset. Like, that was my fault. Or if I did something and they reacted in some explosive or negative way, well, that was my fault because I did that. Now, not to say that these feelings are completely gone, but they were like major red lights flashing back in the day. But yes, I've slowly learned to not take on other people's reactions, moods, emotions, all of that stuff, because they're not mine to hold. I do not have control over somebody else's emotions, how they react to things. So letting that go has allowed me to be freer in my own self. And yeah, what I hope moving forward is that I can be loved for just who I am. Surround myself with people who don't want to change me, who understand me to the core, and who know me. That's kind of what I'm really excited about moving forward. But also, there's a little bit of fear because authenticity can sometimes feel unsafe. So, for example, last summer, I hadn't dated in years. I was just like, I don't think I'm ready. I had built up these patterns that just kept on showing up in every relationship that I got into. So I said, no more. I've got to figure out who I am, because until last summer, I was just, because I was morphing myself into being a different version of me for other people, I actually had no idea who I was, what I wanted, what my actual likes were. So yeah, last summer was, and before that, a little bit before that too, it was a really difficult time for me because I was working through a whole bunch of my trauma. And then on top of that, also trying to figure out who I was to get to my authentic self. So I was super, super excited when I realized that, oh my gosh, I've been through all these relationships with men. And the patterns were basically, I was a people pleaser, so I just wanted to do whatever it was to make them happy. But also realized that within each of these relationships, I always felt a pressure and I didn't feel 100% happy. And then kind of looking back from like maybe my elementary school days, middle school days, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I might like women. And I think women are attractive. So I got myself on some sites and oh my gosh, night and day. I think that was one of the biggest revelations for me, enable for me to really sit and be happy in my authentic self. So now I'm just living like, it's fantastic. I'm meeting a whole bunch of new people and women through the apps, being on a couple of dates, and just trying to figure out this part of me. Yeah, I've met some absolutely amazing women. So it's just exciting to be able to move forward in this and know that I'm excited about it, super happy, and just less stress, no guilt, no pressure, no nothing. So yeah, things are feeling much calmer now that I've learned a whole bunch of stuff about myself. The quiet and the peace is getting easier to sit in. And yeah, people who don't agree with what you're doing or don't like you for your authentic and real self, they don't deserve a place in your life anyways. And this isn't about having a massive group of friends or people to surround you. What really matters, like everybody says, it's quality over quantity. And I 100% agree with that. Keep the good ones close and let the others go. It'll do wonders for your mental health. And yeah, so just to end this and to kind of go off what I have been living and did live for the majority of my life. A lot of you, or a lot of people, I should say, don't know who they are because they've gone through their entire lives just trying to survive. And when I say just trying to survive, it means trying not to be rejected, going their entire lives without being mocked, without being criticized all the time. And the way that folks have done it, and definitely the way that I've done it, is to just comply and just do what others wanted, because then the negative from the outside wasn't coming on to me, but the negative from the inside was slowly growing over the years, which again isn't super healthy. So if any of you guys have any anecdotes, stories, your own stories to share, that would be fantastic. And yeah, let's keep this going. This is it for this episode. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.